Welcome to the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Get ready for a thrilling journey into two wild tales of teen heroes and underdog outcasts from the world of flash fiction.
Sounds exciting.
Think blockbuster action films in audio form.
Definitely.
Today we're diving into two separate flash fiction stories. They share a common thread. Resourceful young protagonists.
Right.
Using their unique abilities to protect themselves and others.
And others,
In
yeah.
extraordinary circumstances.
Yeah.
In our first story, Wings in the Dark, we'll explore the world of bat children.
Bad children, yes.
Defending their home. You sent us this story, and it immediately grabbed our attention.
Really?
With its suspenseful setup and surprising turn of events. Then we'll journey into the stars
Okay.
with Silent to the Stars.
Oh,
Where a deaf teenager and her crew become the unlikely saviors of space voyagers. This story offers a fascinating perspective on communication and how perceived limitations can become strengths. Our mission today is to unpack these captivating narratives, highlighting the ingenuity and resilience of these young heroes. We'll explore how they navigate their challenges and what makes their stories so compelling.
sounds like a plan. Let's get started.
So, Wings in the Dark.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about where this story takes us?
Well, it takes place in a dark cave.
A dark cave.
Yes,
Is it-
a sanctuary.
Okay.
Inhabited by bat children.
Bat children.
And right from the start, there's this conflict.
A conflict. What kind of conflict?
An intrusion of unknown figures. You're just thrown right into the middle of it.
Oh, I see. So immediately there's this sense of danger. And these bat children, they're not just sitting ducks.
Right.
How do they respond to this threat?
Well, Maya and her siblings, they have their own unique way of defending themselves.
Okay.
They use echolocation.
Echolocation.
But it's not just for navigation.
Right.
They weaponize it,
Weaponize it. How so?
creating these disorienting echoes, a sonic assault, to overwhelm whoever is entering their cave. It's like a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
passed down through generations.
Oh, that's fascinating. So it's not just about the immediate threat. It's rooted in their history.
Right.
The story mentions that they've been hunted by humans in the past.
Yes, exactly.
So their defensiveness is really a matter of survival.
It is.
But there's this turning point.
Yes, there is.
What changes the course of the story?
Maya, in the midst of all the chaos,
Uh-huh.
she hears something, a child's sob, and it triggers something deep within her.
Wow, a child's sob. That must have been a powerful moment.
It was. It makes her think of her own younger siblings, the one she's trying to protect.
So it's not just about defending their territory anymore.
No, it's not.
It becomes personal.
It does.
She makes a decision
Yeah.
to change tactics.
Right.
How does she do that?
Instead of using her echolocation as a weapon,
She creates a pathway,
a pathway.
a guide through the darkness.
Oh, that's clever. So she's using her ability to help instead of to harm.
Exactly.
And they emerge from the cave into the sunlight.
Right.
And what does Maya realize?
That the invaders
Yeah.
are not monsters, but lost explorers,
Let's explore.
including a sobbing child.
Oh, wow. So her initial perception was completely wrong,
It was.
and she feels guilt.
Yeah.
But then what happens?
That guilt gives way to understanding.
Understand
She sees their vulnerability,
their vulnerability.
and it mirrors her own.
Oh, that's a powerful realization.
It is.
And there's this moment, a small interaction
Yes.
between Maya and the child.
The child reaches out
Reaches out.
and touches Maya's fur.
Wow. And how does Maya react?
With a feeling of warmth. It's a moment of connection between two very different beings. But the story doesn't end there.
It doesn't.
No. It acknowledges that the villagers might still see the bat children as bat demons.
Oh, that's sad. It is. But Maya accepts this. Their role is to be guardians of the cave.
Guardians of the cave.
A sanctuary for their kind.
That's a beautiful thought.
It is.
And it speaks to their resilience.
Right.
And then there's that final thought about the power of mercy.
Yes.
What's the significance of that?
It shows how Maya's actions
Uh-huh.
can have unforeseen consequences, and that mercy
Yeah.
can be just as powerful as defense.
What an incredible story.
It is.
Okay, shifting gears now. Let's journey to the stars with our second story, Silence of the Stars.
All right.
This one introduces us to Mara,
Mara.
a deaf teenager
A deaf teenager.
on a distant world,
Yeah.
and she has this amazing ability to perceive vibrations in the silence of space.
Sure.
But right away, There's this threat.
A threat. What kind of threat?
An unseen predator approaching. And she's not alone.
Okay.
She has her crew. Tell us about them.
Well, there's Jala,
Chala.
with enhanced eyesight, and Kai,
Kai.
who senses vibrations through the ship's hull, and their communication is amazing.
Their communication.
They use sign language.
Sign language.
In this silent world of space.
That makes sense.
It's so fluid and seamless.
It's like their own secret language.
It is.
But this predator, it sounds really dangerous.
Oh, it is. How does it operate? It mimics distress signals.
Distress signals?
To lure in unsuspecting ships. It's a chilling form of deception.
Oh, wow. Preying on their good intentions.
Exactly.
And the story mentions that there have been previous attacks.
Yes.
Creating this atmosphere of fear.
Mm-hmm.
So how does Mara's deafness actually become an advantage?
Because she's not relying on sound.
Okay.
She's attuned to vibrations, subtle anomalies that others might miss.
Oh, I see. So she can sense things.
She can.
That others can't.
That's right.
And her home world, a world of miners and asteroid farmers.
Yeah.
They become the first line of defense.
It's fascinating. Their skills translate perfectly to this new threat.
That's an interesting connection.
It is.
So how do they actually detect this inviolable enemy?
It's a challenge. But Jala,
Yeah.
with her enhanced vision,
Right.
she spots something, a shimmer against a nebula. It's almost imperceptible,
Oh, wow.
but she sees it.
That's amazing. And then what happens?
Mara signals a flight pattern to Kai,
Okay.
all through sign language.
So they have this whole silent communication system.
You do.
That's incredible. And what's their strategy?
Not to fight,
Not to fight.
but to guide. To guide the freighter out of danger.
Oh, I see. So they're like shepherds,
You could say that.
leading the flock away from the wolf.
Exactly.
And as they approach the freighter,
Uh-huh.
Mara does something really interesting.
She does.
Tell us about that.
She initiates a broadcast.
A broadcast.
But it's not audible. It's
That's-
something else, maybe light signals or energy pulses
Hmm.
that others trained in her system can understand. And it works. The predator loses its grip on the freighter.
Oh, wow. That must have been an amazing moment for Mara.
It was.
And she uses her sign language.
Yeah.
Almost like a musical beat.
A staccato beat.
Right. To coordinate other ships
Right.
that have been trained in her system.
Right.
So it's not just her and her crew. There's a whole network.
There is a silent network.
Wow. And how do they repel the predator?
They use light and sound
Light and sound.
to disorient it. It's like a sensory overload.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
Using the predator's sensitivity against it.
Exactly.
And the freighter sends a message of thanks,
yes,
which must have meant a lot to Mara and her community.
it did. They understand the dangers of space in a way that others don't.
And they've been overlooked.
Yeah.
But now,
Well, they're the protectors.
it's amazing how they've turned what was seen as a limitation
Yeah.
into a strength.
They flipped the script.
Exactly. And they become known as the Stellar Sirens.
A fitting name.
It is. So the silence of the stars, it's not empty anymore.
It's filled with their message.
Of warning and hope.
Yeah.
Communicated through light, vibration, and sign language. What incredible journeys these stories have taken us on. Wings in the dark and Silence of the Stars.
It's been quite a ride.
It has. We've seen resourcefulness, empathy, and unique abilities empower these young heroes.
It's inspiring.
Think about the contrasting environments and the ways they adapt. Maya using sound and darkness, and Mara using the absence of sound in the vastness of space.
It really makes you think.
It does. And consider how these stories challenge our assumptions about strength and vulnerability,
That's a good point.
who initially seem more vulnerable.
Right.
And how did those roles shift?
It's quite a reversal.
It is. We hope these tales have sparked your imagination and maybe even made you consider the hidden languages all around us.
The world is full of them,
It is.
if we just open our minds to them.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into Wings in the Dark and Silence of the Stars.
It's been a pleasure.
We encourage you to reflect on these stories and perhaps even seek out more flash fiction that explores these themes.
There's so much out there.
There is. Until our next journey into the captivating world of teen heroes,
Yeah.
keep those adventurous thoughts echoing.
Keep them echoing.
Rate and follow the Teenage Mutant Fight Club podcast for more wild tales.
Until next time.
See ya.